Hi, I'm Elvis Presley.
And I'm David Bowie. Welcome back to Musicalities. Wow, the last episode. I guess we're under pressure to end on a high note.
Yes, we are, Lil Mama. This time on Musicalities, our musicians will talk about the turning point in their career.
And they will tell us about how they created a fan base once they got their music signed. In addition, we will go over how musicians get ready for the big moment to perform on stage.
Let's hear how it's done.
As artists find out if they get signed, they find ways to advertise their music. Some release albums, and others perform at venues to gain recognition. Most artists enjoy performing because of what they feel in the music and what the audience feels listening to it.
When I feel that the audience is having a really good time and really connecting with the sound we're producing, I can't think of anything that I do that has more gratification, because it's so instant and it's immediate. Although performance can be stressful, an artist chooses this over other methods of distribution because of the connection and the joy that they receive.
The best reaction would be if I can feel that I'm making their day a little bit better, making their night a little better. Because really, when you're on stage, you can feel that. So that's the best for me.
You would maybe go to any city in the United States to play a festival, and you would have bands in no particular order with like us, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Radiohead, Green Day, The Offspring, Garbage, and it was just Foo Fighters. All these bands were just happening at that moment. It was really exciting to be a part of that. And I would say all those bands, on some level, had to influence us. As artists move on in writing new music and finding unique ways to get their music around, their names become known and their legacy will stay with us all.
Hey, stay away from my blue suede shoes.
You know, I would prefer if you would to change your attitude and be nicer to me. Watch this PSA. Maybe it'll help.
Well, that hound dog is sure a friend of mine.
He sure did put on a good performance. Speaking of which, did you know I went on 14 tours throughout my life?
It makes sense. Performing is a very important aspect of a musician's career.
Let's hear what the professionals have to say about performing and how it influenced their careers.
From sound to stage, these artists have done it all. Now, as they come into their own as the artists that they will be, they start to develop a legacy that they will leave on audiences and listeners. Well, I would love for our band to be remembered for, touching people at a point in their lives. Not only do artists want to move and inspire their audiences with their music and songs, but they also want to create pieces of music that anyone in any time can relate to.
My desire is to put out records that I'm proud of, that I can listen to in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, and say, that's timeless. That made it past whatever moment that it was incepted in, and it's continued to go, and it keeps going, and it makes me feel 10 years, 5 years, 20 years down the road exactly what it made me feel when I first heard it.
Other artists express not only their desire to make music that connected with people, but also to be remembered as a good person.
I want to be remembered as someone who always put their full self in the music. Someone who always produced music at a high quality. And someone who, really cared about inspiring others and teaching others, and, really helped the community around him instead of just, thinking about himself. You know, I want to be remembered as the type of person that was a great musician, but also was a great person.
Looks like that's all, folks. Elvis is leaving the building.
We hope these episodes showed you the sustaining power of music and inspire you to create the perfect
Musicalities.
Stay musical.
Never meant to cause you any sorrow.